Got some funky music going on tonight.
Like some trip hop or something.
Right, this is kind of weird, kind of funky tonight. I don't know what that is, but we on it. Some techno. It's supposed to be our chill, but you know what? We gonna shuffle that one. I didn't like that. Hey everybody, it is your girl Ms. Juicy. Welcome to another marvelous Monday. I got my girls with me. Yes, Miss Danny's Windows in the house and Miss Jasmine Purple Rain. Okay, guys, we're gonna give you a few minutes to get your sippy poo, okay? And come on in. And join us tonight on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. Woo!
We have an old house, but
if you are on, please make sure you tell us where you're from and your name. We would be so appreciative. We want to give you a shout out. Definitely do. Ladies with me. We had to change our topic, guys. So yeah, y'all won't come in for this one.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very interesting one over here.
Come on in. Hello, everybody. Make sure you say hi. Tell us where you're from. We see you popping on. Come on in. One thing is put my phone on mute.
Right.
Normally I have that taken care of. Let me get that taken care of tonight. Oh, this one's much better.
Yes,
what that
much
person was. Hey everybody, we see you popping on. Hello. Welcome. Just gonna give you guys a few more minutes to get online with us tonight. If you are online and you want to say hi, please do, so that we can give you a shout out. Let us know where you are, where you're from, what you're doing, some fun stuff. But we going in tonight. We going in on a hot topic. We've had to change our topic for this evening, but that is okay because we are flexible. Sometimes you got to do some things on the fly. Just getting all set. Oh, can you guys hear my AC in the background? It's hot. Sorry. Good.
Yeah, I got mine on too. It's hot here too. Don't worry about it.
It's hot. Waiting on a thunderstorm to roll through. I don't know when it's coming. So
ours came through this morning at 9 o'clock.
Oh, good morning. Wake up.
It was first day of school though, so it's already up.
Oh, okay.
First day of school.
Yes, my senior started high school today and my baby started middle school today.
Oh,
It's
wow.
August 1st.
We only get 8 weeks off. We got out of school before Memorial Day.
It's August 1st. You know what? Hold on. Time out. You know what? I think, you know what? I'm tripping. You know why? Because this is the first year in.
You ain't got to worry about school.
Now you know how I feel when they be having a little school sign on and I'm driving. I'm like, what do you mean?
This is the first time since 2003. No, since 2001 that I haven't had to deal with school, enrolling, school supplies, school clothes, all of the things.
I can't wait to get there. I have one with the foot out the door, and the other one is only 7 years away.
Oh man, that's weird feeling though. It's a very weird feeling. I will say that it's very weird.
That's great. It is. It is. What? Just watch them school zones. That's all I'm saying. Just
you ain't got one in school.
You ain't got one in school. You don't know, and you just flying through. Yeah. Woo, pull it over.
You know, I am cognizant of that part because also police be here in LA. The police, they be right there at the school and like kind of waiting for you. Like, I dare you. So
right.
Yeah, you can do it if you want to.
There you go. Well, we want to welcome everyone to another marvelous Monday on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Juicy, and I could not do this show without my beautiful, vivacious, gorgeous, melanated black queens. Yes, Miss Danny's Windows and Miss Jasmine Purple Rain. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Okay.
I'm doing my Angela Davis impersonation today.
I love it.
Guys, this is all natural. I don't know. I just felt like rocking it today. So,
I mean, I've been rocking my natural hair for a minute, so I'm with it. And I colored it purple today. So.
I'm sitting there like, man, I need to like come and have you like get me right with this blonde hair.
I got you.
Like, yeah.
I'm just trying to cover the gray. I'm not even trying to cover the gray anymore. I'm gonna just go ahead. Come on. My cousin. I had an uncle, and on my dad's side, all white, really pretty. I have a girl cousin, Tammy. I love you. I'm jealous because she's all white. I'm not gonna be all white. I'm gonna have this little spot here, little spot there. So, what can I say? That's it. That's how it's gonna go.
I'm hearing a ding ding.
I don't know why. It's me. I don't know why. I'm trying to get it to mute. It won't. It's my computer.
Okay, turn your notifications.
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to figure out how to turn them off.
You probably hear a yapper in the background. I got a next door neighbor dog just decided to start barking. So,
yeah. Well, hey, this is about to be a good show, ain't it?
It is. It is. Go to the dogs. No, it's not. So, first off, let's take care of a little business, guys. Got to give a shout out to my younger sis in Chicago, part of the Erotic 7, as today is Miss Shireen Banks's birthday. We love you, sis. We wishing you
Happy
lots
birthday,
of love.
Ecstasy.
Yeah, lots of love. I'm doing all kinds of stuff today, okay? So we love you. We hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and an even better night.
That part.
Okay, so go Rodney. Okay. Anyway, Sharon Young. And then would like to give a wonderful heavenly birthday shout out to my father. Would have been his birthday yesterday. So I want to give a shout out to him, my dad. And what I did for his birthday is I actually went, we're big football buffs. I think Danny knows that, and Jasmine knows that. I love football. Football is my thing. Don't come to my house when I'm watching a football game if you don't know nothing about football. Keep your ass someplace else. But anyway,
I agree with that sentiment. If you
totally
come to my
agree.
house
Yes.
and you don't know nothing about football, you might want to walk out the door.
That
right,
part.
don't come. I ain't got time to explain none of that. No.
Don't talk to me during the game.
Exactly. I went to my first camp, the mini training camps that they're having here in Cleveland, and it was so wonderful. So I had a great time in honor of my dad for his birthday. So it was fun. It was hot, but it was fun. It was hot, but it was fun. And then I just want to real quick just say, I know you guys, and this is a part of Black history. That's why I want to mention this. They definitely have condolences to the family of Nichelle Nichols, who played Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek, everyone.
Yes.
And if you did not know all of the wonderful stuff that she did, in addition to working with NASA, hello, folks, go out to her webpage. It's the information is absolutely phenomenal. And her and William Shatner were the first interracial kiss on TV.
Absolutely.
Okay now. Okay.
Yes.
So, little history right there. But I loved her. I loved her in, I think it was Snow Dogs. Later on, she appeared with Cuba Gooding Jr. in that.
With his mother, yeah.
Yeah, that was really a cute little thing. And always loved her in Star Trek and anything that she did. And
Stunningly beautiful. Stunningly beautiful.
Oh, my God. Right.
Oh.
And inside and out.
Exactly.
Stunning.
Definitely sending condolences to her, her family and her loved ones. So, ladies, I had another week, but it culminated with a good thing. So I had announced on my page, I did a thing. So for those of you that don't know what that thing is, I bought a new car finally. So I am in debt up to my eyeballs. So anyone that would like to send some cash, free, it's right at the bottom.
All cash apps accepted.
Right, all cash apps accepted.
Right.
I went high this time, guys. I got something only 2 years old, actually a year and a half. So I got me a 2020 GMC Acadia. So and
all right.
I bit the bullet and let go of my silver bullet, which is what I called her a little bit on the phone. And she had 348,000 miles on her.
Girl.
And she was still running. So it was just getting too expensive with the repairs and the oil and all that good stuff. But she was still in good running condition. So hopefully somebody will get another 5,000 miles out of her, and we'll see. But now I have something else. So that was my thing. Whew. Okay, and it was a big thing. So I'll be working my ass off for the rest of my life to pay off this car. So, Danny, anything going on with you over the week?
Just post-production life is interesting.
Okay.
Just dealing with a lot of the unexpectedness of film production and making sure editing and music and then of course we're doing submissions, and you have to deal with everything that Murphy's Law. Anything that can't go wrong will go wrong, including computer crashing.
Oh no.
And not just one. but 2.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you were able
So,
to save everything, and
so this smile is me not wanting to cry, but not needing to cry because, well, no, we did not retrieve what was needed to be retrieved that was being worked on at that current time for either one of them, but the 2 people are just that doggone good that they were able to, kind of put it, kind of get it together like really fairly quickly. Even though I mean we all pulled all nighters all weekend, but I digress. So we're still moving forward, and I'm still a happy producer and a
all
happy
right.
director. So
Yay!
yeah.
And Jasmine, what's going on with you, ma'am?
Life. So, nothing really big. I
Okay.
did get some pictures back from a photo shoot that'll be dropping next week for the little birthday event.
I've seen a preview. Oh my
Yeah.
god!
And the
I
birthday
think
is
they're
when
gonna break.
again?
I think these pictures are gonna break the internet.
Yeah.
And the birthday is when again?
October 29th. So I think this, and Juicy, you've known me long enough. I think this is the first time anybody will ever see me this way.
Except for me, I've already
Well, I mean, in pictures, like on public social media.
Well, do
So,
tell, do tell. No, I know you can't tell. I'm excited. I'm
so
excited.
I got my pictures back officially. They are edited, and I love them. I'm in love with them. Um, I started shooting for my YouTube channel this week, hence the purple hair.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just moving along, getting the dream going, finishing what you helped me start. You know, pushing
I
forward.
can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be
Yes.
great. But, right now we about to dive in.
Yes.
Ladies, I am so happy that you are here for this tonight. So let me just give you guys a little bit of a preference here, a little preface, because we were supposed to actually be having some men on the show tonight. We invited, we asked, and didn't get any responses. So we will put that back out at a later date, and hopefully we can get some guys to come and be a part of our adult conversation, because we definitely want this platform not to just to be about women, but we also want it to be about men as well, and having them be a part of this conversation when we're talking about lifestyles and expectations and things along those lines. So we will revisit that topic, hopefully, and get some guys to join us and put in their 2 cents worth at a later date. So instead, we shifted gears, and we shifted gears very quickly, ladies. And I thank you so much for being able to do this show tonight, because I think it's so important. Um, a lot of you I know have heard about what Reverend T.D. Jakes, who I happen to like to listen to. Okay, I am not super duper religious, but I like kind of how he gets into today's time. And I think that he's very knowledgeable, and I feel that he's very fair. But I feel what happened to him wasn't so fair in what has been going on. So, for some of you that don't know, TJ, uh, uh, Mr. Jakes Reverend Jakes had a sermon on Father's Day. Okay, that's key. Okay, we're going to start there. Father's Day. Okay, we're going to start with that. And this sermon has gone viral now. Clips of it, especially taken out of context, of course. He's very knowledgeable. And so we need to get into this, because we almost have another Kevin Samuels situation, the way people are thinking and what they're saying. And I'm watching these different women speak on what was said, but you're only speaking on a snippet, number one. And the sermon was around an hour long. And you didn't talk about anything else. You didn't talk about the context before it, and you didn't talk about the context after what was said. So tonight, I really wanted to get into this and talk about what was really said, first of all, and what was really said in the correct context. And maybe we can get some women off of a high horse, um, thinking that this was to bash women when technically the conversation didn't have shit to do with us.
And it wasn't for us.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It just
That message definitely was not for us.
You trying to put on a man's 15 shoe on your size or your size 9 petite.
But not even just that. It made what he said even that more valid. The fact that they got offended from a
Absolutely.
snippet.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because if that's what you took out of that,
if you in the context that they're taking it in, as
yes,
in the way he's taking the way they are taking it is that
it
he's
makes
saying,
it the truth.
woman, you wrong because of this. That was not even a statement that was towards you. And you doing exactly what you're doing by pulling Joni Mitchell. I bet you
Do we
think the
have
song.
a piece of the clip? Do we have the? Well, I don't know if we can.
I'm trying to learn how to do some of the sound.
Okay.
So I might have pieces of the sound, but I did not get far enough into it to get that particular
Clip.
clip.
Okay.
But what I did find, I found the whole thing, and you guys can go out on YouTube. It's posted. You can listen to. Don't listen to the snippet. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. First off,
Right.
don't just listen to the snippet. And if you do listen to the snippet,
Then go back and listen to the sermon.
keep it open mind about what he's really saying, because he's not saying anything honestly to offend women. He's saying things that are towards the men. Okay, it is time for our men to step up. Go ahead, Dean.
I can understand why some women took offense to it.
I can too. I can too.
And the biggest reason is because we have in our social media world now, we have clickbait.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have headlines that are made to make you click on the story, and the headline is not really what the story is about.
Nope.
It's really just something that's going to trigger something in you to make you, I want to see it. It's going to get a rile up on you because the headline or the caption of it in essence says we're raising women to be men.
Right.
It does not say that the name of the sermon is
Men pour in.
Men pour in. So if you read the caption, or you look at the caption of the clips that's being posted all over social media and everything else, yes, it looks like it's actually talking to women and about women,
but it's not.
It's not.
And let me correct that. The name of the sermon is "Real Men Pour In."
Okay. Even better. Even better.
That's the name of the sermon. Right.
I feel like, though,
real men pour in.
Exactly. And when you know the full context of what he is saying, that one line of "we are raising women to be men" rings true, because real men aren't pouring in. Well, men aren't pouring in. Real men are pouring in, which is what he is saying. But he's saying the rest of y'all that think y'all are men, y'all aren't doing the job you're supposed to do. And that's why our women are becoming masculine traded.
It's cause and effect.
Cause and
It's
effect.
cause and effect. This is balancing
You
everything.
can't expect a woman to be who she 100% is supposed to be, biblically, traditionally, or any of that, if you as the man aren't doing what you are supposed to be doing. If you are asking me as a woman what I'm bringing to the table and you don't have a house for me to put the table in,
it's not even that, because the whole bring to the table conversation, honestly, that's a whole nother.
but I feel like
That's
that's where his sermon was going.
But,
you men aren't
right. But to go, if we want to do the whole I got you got, the whole thing of it is that yes, I do have that, and you have this. But the thing is that that's not really the biggest part of it. What you do for each other. It's
well,
what
that's what I was saying. That whole idea of what I got you, what you got, is being overbearing on what it's supposed to actually be. Those things aren't supposed to be discussed, because if you're both equally yoked and you both are bringing stuff to the table, it doesn't matter who got what.
Well, and I think
when you do it that way, it allows women to exist 100% in our femininity, and strong Black woman no longer becomes the model that they attach to us, the compliment that they attach to us. I don't like that as a compliment. When people tell me I'm a strong Black woman, I look at them like they're crazy. I don't want to be. Why do I have to be? Why can't I exist in my femininity? Why is it wrong for me to be submissive? Why is it wrong for me to be feminine? Why is it wrong for me to be a woman?
It's not wrong. The thing is that, again, and that's what he was saying in the sermon, they have actually made that something that they champion us for.
Yes.
They congratulate us for. They love that shit. I'll be honest with you. And it's not on this level. My brother, he wanted a little brother. Mm-hmm. He wanted a little brother. He got me. And he taught me all the things that he would have taught a brother. I played ball, all of that stuff. I've been a tomboy my whole life. I'm a great wing woman, all that good shit. But at the same time, I now, and it's his fault. It's because I have lived my life the way I've lived it. I have found it slightly hard. It's gotten a lot easier over the last, I'll say, since I've known you, Juicy. It's gotten a lot easier. It's gotten easier for me to be okay and feel safe enough, and that's my shit. For me to feel safe enough to feel like I can be in my femininity. But see, I can say that that's my shit. Women need to understand that's your shit, and you need to work on your shit so that you
but he mentioned that in that sermon too.
Upset about the statement that he made, instead of being upset about it. Hear it. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it don't, let the shit go.
Well, I think a lot of people took a lot of it out of. First of all, they took it out of context, as you said. You got your clickbait. You got your people riled up. You got everybody trying to go after him for what he said. All the strong women, all the men, all of this, all of that, and nobody really sat down and listened to the whole sermon. First of all, listen to the whole sermon. You've got everybody talking about this, and that's why I said to you all, go listen to the whole. Let me get it so that y'all can go listen to the whole sermon. Because that's where you needed to start at. First of all, the sermon was not for women.
Yep.
No.
The sermon was for you men out there that don't have your stuff together. That is really just the bottom line. You are not pouring in. Some of you, real men do pour in. That's basically what he's saying. But some of you, maybe you don't have the tools. Maybe you don't have the knowledge. Maybe you don't have whatever it is that you don't have to be able to do this. You are not loving. You are not giving love. You want love, but you don't know how to give it. You have no clue. You're clueless. but you want all of these things, but you're not willing to learn how to be a real man that pours into not just his woman, but pour into your life. Get yourself together. Make me as a and I mean, for me, Jasmine, I'm a little different, I guess, because I don't mind being called a strong black woman. Because I am. I was raised by a strong black woman who was also in her femininity with not a problem, with not an issue. She had her master's degree. She was educated. But I come from a time when us as black women, we couldn't even vote.
Right. Now, okay, so I get what you're saying, and I agree. In the context that you're saying, it's a compliment. I do get it.
Is.
But when
It
it's,
is.
and I think because it's my generation, when it's said to me or women like me, it's in a sense of, girl, you got this. You're a strong black woman. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to. What is
Well,
wrong
see,
with me making it seem like it's something wrong with me because sometimes I just want to be emotional. Why are you being emotional? Tough up. You a strong black woman. You got this. No,
okay, so
sometimes I
hold on.
just want to exist.
So anybody who's going to say those words to you, if you for you wanting some help, you wanting some relief or whatever, anyone who
Yes.
actually is telling you that buck up, you can do this, you're strong or
Right.
whatever, if I'm honest with you, they're saying that from a point of view of, I don't know what else to say to you, and I can't fix that for you,
Right.
and I don't know how to deal with what you're saying right now. That's what they're saying. It's not saying that, oh, the fuck well. It's not saying that, oh yeah, I know you got it's a no, they really hope you got it because they don't. And
I get that.
that's on all sides.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's on
sometimes
all sides.
and sometimes I to piggyback off of what you just said, Danny, I think sometimes we look at certain women as our go-to girl, or as our up here on this pedestal girl, okay, because she got it together. I just made a video earlier today. A lot of people don't know all the stuff that I go through because I'm here smiling and blah blah blah, and I'm Miss Juicy and I'm supposed to talk about erotica. But let me tell you about the depression that I go through. Let me tell you about the anxiety that I have. Let me tell you, I don't share that side of myself all the time, and maybe I should, but I don't.
I
I'm just
agree.
like everybody. I'm just like everybody else out here. I'm trying to, rub two dimes and a nickel together to make a quarter. And it don't always. Right now, I'm coming up with 20 cents. Okay, I'm not coming up with no quarter. So
I,
we tend to say certain things to certain people because we're on the outside looking in. We
Yeah.
don't know what they go through on a daily basis. And I kind of think that Reverend Jace even alluded to that in his sermon. You don't know what somebody is going through. You don't know their true. You only know what they show you a lot of times.
Exactly.
and
You
that's
only
the
know what.
part and that's the part where I think, and I had this conversation the other night, we get reality TV and real life
Mm,
fucked up
right. Because
because
reality is scripted.
there's nothing real
Ain't it?
about reality TV. As someone who does this, there is nothing real about reality TV. It is just entertainment.
I'm gonna find this applause button, but I'm applauding. Okay.
And
We
even, yeah.
we get it twisted. We think that this shit is real. No, there is someone who has come up with a location, who has come up with who is going to be there, what the situation is going to be, the
Yep.
atmosphere, what you're wearing, shoot,
Or
what
not.
food and drink is accessible, as well
That's
as
why they always
you,
in full hair and makeup. Because if it was reality TV, half of them don't look like that all day. There's a hair and makeup team on site, and take this from a hairstylist. We are
And
on
believe
site,
me,
baby.
And believe me that there's somebody telling one person one thing and somebody telling the other person something else, and then they're gonna clash because it's meant to create drama. It's called ratings,
Right.
but it's also called entertainment. The reason why they call it reality TV is because these people are not necessarily playing written characters.
Nope.
But they are playing characters. They're playing characters of themselves.
Yep.
Right.
It's not real. Half the people's houses
really,
you see, there's not even a real house.
And a lot of it is so
I'll be telling all the secrets.
Well, a lot of it. I mean, honey, you got to, because it's just like in BDSM. We all know. Come on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Look, stop. Look, and she ain't enduring me.
Yeah.
I hate to burst a lot of men's bubbles right now.
Porn is entertainment.
Oh my God, it's so big. Oh shit. That's about it, folks. And the Academy Award goes right, and the Academy Award goes too. Yeah, come on. Look, it's just.
And half of y'all don't even know that that's not what's happening.
Yep.
Mm-mm. And there's a lot of things, like I said, when you get as big as Reverend Jakes, there's going to be at some particular point in time when people come after him. And I even listened once, something similar came out of Farrakhan. He kind of had a similar video a few years ago, something similar, where he was talking to the women, and women coming in these tight fitting clothes and da 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 da. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah,
and it's kind of the same message, only it was coming from Farrakhan, of course. And you couldn't argue with it. You just couldn't argue with some of the things that he was saying. I'm not saying everything that he was saying, but I'm just saying that.
Well, on this one, I feel like there's a difference. Because see, the thing that he was doing, what he was saying, in my personal opinion, it was taking the onus off of one and putting it on the other. And I don't think that that's what TD Jakes was doing.
Well, I feel that when I was listening to his thing, is he was not so much bashing women.
It was a thing of, you're concerned about what we're wearing and telling us what we should wear and why we should wear those things. And a lot of it had everything to do with what a man thinks and what a man feels and what a man has to do and what he thinks.
Are you talking about Farrakhan statements?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't feel that he.
To me, that lies the difference.
I guess for me, I felt what he was saying. I know you can come as you are to church. I get that. Come as you are. They want you to just come on in. And I know we don't want to blame, for lack of a better term. I don't like that term, but that's what I come up with right now. And I think that's where a lot of people want to point fingers. They want to point fingers. They want to blame somebody. You dress too sexy. Your dress is too tight. Your dress is too short. Your heels are too high. They're very critical of women and what women do and what they wear. And there's an ideal, and I guess they're more of their religion. And I'm going to talk about, I'm just saying, in their religion is women should be covered and more modest. Now at home, if you want to wear, Miss Skin Tight dress for your husband or for your partner, that's totally different. But out in public, hey Shauna, they want you to be more demure and quote unquote not as attractive in that religion, pretty much. But with getting back to TJ, I just really feel that this is an important thing. I think the main thing about this is that it went crazy and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because nobody listened to the whole thing.
And we tend to do that a lot now. In this day and
We
age, we tend to take sound bites and take them as, oh, well, that's it. Well, did you hear what was before that? No. Did you hear what was after
Right.
that? No. So how can you take that sound bite as that's what that person said? It's the same thing that you do with religion in regards to the Bible. You take what you want and you don't look
And
at what was
manipulate
said
it.
before and what was said after.
and I think that's a a big mistake because now it's got everybody on the warpath, so to speak, and women thinking that he doesn't want women to be strong, independent. Um,
And if oh my goodness, yeah. Then
And
if
that's the
that's the
complete
case,
opposite of
definitely
what he wants because he has two
that's not
daughters.
right. That wasn't even anywhere near what he was saying at all. That is not like, come. Yeah, if you are mad and that's what you're saying, you didn't listen.
no,
So therefore, that's the conversation we can't even have.
I think
no, because
something else he said in that whole entire sermon is what brought it home to me. Men always get excited thinking their wife or their significant other wants their present, but actually all she wants is his presence.
hmm
Absolutely, freaking lutely.
yep,
That to
yep,
me
Yes,
sealed it and brought it home. That it's not about what you can do, what you got, what all of that. It's about you just being you and being there.
it's the you for me.
right.
Yeah.
It's
And
the you.
and you know what? And you know what? And I think that's great because if we go back a little bit here, not I feel this is important because they did in one of the articles that I read or one of the things I read, they were trying to compare this what was said with Kevin Samuels, how Kevin Samuels talked about women. And I think what's really key here is that what you just said, Jasmine, that he stated. And I really feel that he's trying to make men understand, first of all, women have value. Your
Hmm.
your women have value. Um, the part that brought it home for me is towards the beginning when he was talking about balance in the home.
Yep.
Some of y'all's homes is out of balance. Let's just go there. And it's not necessarily out of balance because of what she's doing. It's out of balance because of what you are not doing.
And it's out of balance because she's having to cover that
Hmm.
unbalance.
And it's
And
out of balance because sometimes you are in a relationship you just really should not be in.
That part too.
hmm
That's the
There's
part
this
that
guy, there's this other guy I
that's the
follow
elephant in
on
the room
TikTok
that
that
people
said
don't.
it best.
You said what?
This other guy I follow on TikTok, he gives like dating and relationship advice. I forget what his name is, but he said it best. I saw a video today. He was two things he said. If you don't have time to be dating, then why are you dating? Meaning if you don't have yourself together, because he was talking about just because some people have the physical time, but they don't have the time. You ain't got your shit together, so why you dating? Why are you married? Why are you in a situation? Why are you wasting somebody's time with a
This is the
situationship or relationship when you ain't got you together?
and that's the part about and I've been married since I was 22. I've been in this relationship for the last 25 years. No one ever talked about that part.
hmm
No one ever talked about, can you afford to do this? And not just financially, but like you
Mentally.
said, time wise. Are you doing something that you don't necessarily have the time to be doing that? Then maybe you don't need to be doing that. Can you afford to do this? Can you afford to do that? Whether it's time, money, energy, or whatever. If you cannot afford to do it, why are you doing it?
Hmm.
No one said that part. So I'm glad you just said that. No one said that part in the beginning when I was, before we got married and all of this stuff, even though I wouldn't trade it for the world. But those are things that need to be talked about. Can you really afford to do that? I didn't think about the fact that honestly, when we got married, we were not, honestly, we couldn't afford to be married, but we did it.
And there's a lot of things that we don't, we don't do counseling. We don't do counseling. Just tell us.
Or maybe not enough of us do counseling, because there are those that
do. There are people that do counseling, yes, but not enough of us do counseling. I will correct that statement. But it's key. There's nothing wrong with going and talking to someone together and because we're not teaching. We already know this. I talk about this all the time when it comes to sex, when it comes to relationships or sexual relationships. We're not teaching. We're just kind of go ahead, go. Oh, you had your period. Here's a tampon.
Yep.
Oh,
or here's a pad because you're a virgin, so you can't use a tampon.
Yeah, we're not teaching anything. We're just throwing people to the wolves and saying, good luck. It's not my problem. I'm going over here. And that's it.
That reminds me, I was talking to our friend Altair. We were talking about our kids and things like that. I'm transitioning into not being, the responsible party. And he talked to his daughter, that she's 25, and she was like, thank you for giving me the space to fall and fix it, and fall and fix and fall and fix. Because to be honest with you, and I had to think about it, like, shoot, honestly, when it was time for me to go on my own, I was not ready. I was not. And I know good and doggone well my kids are not ready. I can Michaela has graduated from high school. She'll be 18 in September. I could very well be like, all right, you know what, you on your own. Me and you too, Jay, me and your dad, we out. They not ready.
I think that's part of the reason why I parent the way I do, because I wasn't ready. And then because I wasn't ready, I ended up being a single mother at 21 and then had to figure it out with a baby on my head.
Well, figure it out at 17 with a baby on your head.
I agree. And I feel like the only reason it didn't happen to me then is because my father kept me so sheltered and in his presence. But had I been able to, it would have been a mess, because he never gave me room to bump my head and learn.
And that's the part that I think it is. We need that.
Have your parents drop that.
And then you don't. We have to do better by each other. We need to do better by each other.
Exactly. Yep. My foundation was built when the building of my foundation stopped with my dad when I was 16 and with my mom when I was 17. I am now 59 years old. Hook, crook, schnook, whatever. I'm happy they did lay a solid foundation for me, but most of this that has gone on in my life, I have had to learn on the fly.
And these are the reasons why you have the women who they say are being raised to be men. It's because of the experiences that we've had in life. And men are the way they are because of the experiences they have had in life. This is not a point finger blame no, this is a cycle. It's cause and effect.
It definitely is. I definitely feel like on the male side, and this is just my opinion because I am a single mother and I see it, and I've had to pull myself out of doing this. A lot of us are raising men, and they're not being raised to be the men that they should be. And I'm saying it from a perspective of, like, let's use my daughter. She's 17. And I'm only noticing this because she's at a dating age. The boys that she's dating, and I'm going to call them boys because even though they're legally men, they're not men yet. They do stuff that are traditionally feminine toxic traits. Checking phones, checking locations.
Yeah.
Logging in, trying to steal passwords. This generation of males, that is what they're doing. Those are traditionally, even though they're bad traits to have, period,
they're
those
not
women doing it too. It's women doing it too.
It is women doing it too, but that's what I'm saying. Those have been traditionally the feminine toxic traits.
I wouldn't say that, Jasmine, as far as what I would say is it's an insecure. It's insecure. They're insecure because they
are insecure, and it's definitely an insecurity. But I'm saying I'm seeing it more in the males that were raised in single mom homes. I'm not seeing it in the home in the males that were raised with real men in their homes.
Okay.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Because you
when
do have the
real men in their lives, they turn out a little different.
Yeah, you have the women who, in essence, make their sons their boyfriends.
Yes.
Or their friends, period.
No. You can be their friend. That's cool. But when you start making them feel like they're your little boyfriend and everything, and they have to do for you and be for you, and that's the part where, because you tend to, oh, he can't do that. Oh, I'm not going to let him do that. You coddle him. So therefore, he doesn't necessarily know how and this is not a...
Hold on 1 second. Before we go there, somebody, I'm going to assume, I don't know, but I assume we have a comment out here, but his daughter got mad about what he was saying. So I don't know who
I can pull it up. I think it's Shanna. She was
Shauna. So I wanted to it was Shauna. I wanted to make sure that we were addressing some of our comments. We have some comments out here, and
but yeah, no, if it was about my friend's daughter, no, she was not upset. She was actually happy. She thanked him, if that's what you're talking about.
So she was talking, I think she's talking about Reverend Jake's daughter. I think, I'm not sure. So
his daughter got mad about it.
If you could add a little more to that, just let us know who you're talking about on that. Shauna, that would help. But right now, ladies, we're gonna keep this up. Don't worry, we're gonna keep this up.
Yeah, that was Shauna that said it. She said, no, I'm talking about TD Jakes.
Okay.
His daughter was mad about it? Oh, wow.
Okay. So what we're going to do, guys, real quick, we're going to take a little short pause. Okay. Just got to pay some bills. Okay. You know, I got to pay lots of bills now. So me and my crazy butt getting a new car. So,
look, girl, it's worth it.
Right. Because it is cute. So everybody, stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back with more Juicy Tales erotic chat after this little short break. As soon as I find them all, we got them, and here we go.
This is Miss Juicy of Juicy Boutique, your one-stop shop for erotic excellence. We have BDSM products, we have games, we have lingerie, we have it all, whatever it takes to make your juicy journey exciting and romantic. Make sure you check out our full selection of products. Let us set up for that home shopping party, bachelorette, birthday, anniversary, divorce. It doesn't matter. Wherever erotic fun is, you can find Juicy Boutique. We are RA Media, radically authentic media consulting. Give your story a voice with RA Media. Email us at nick@ramediallc.com. Kingdom Inspirations is your digital media shop. Our mission is to provide elegant and high-quality editable templates that suit your business, personal, and educational needs. Check us out on etsy.com/shop/Kingdom Inspirations. Email us at kingdominspirations@gmail.com.
Came to make sweet love, not me. Who came to kiss and love, not me. Who came to beat it up, Rocky? And don't use those hands to put up that gate and stop me. When we
All right, we are back live. Hello, everyone. Once again, we definitely want to thank our sponsors. Juicy Boutique, of course, adult toys and lingerie and novelties. RA Media, LLC, out of Indianapolis, Indiana. We also want to thank Kingdom Inspirations out of Cleveland, Ohio. And Pleasure Lies Within out of Los Angeles, California, for being our sponsor. So thank you guys. We love you. And if you would like to be a sponsor, it doesn't cost you anything. Just come on, send us your stuff. And you too can be a sponsor of Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. So yeah. Why not? It's free advertising. So there you go. So we've got a hot topic going down tonight, guys. For those of you that the crazy thing is this sermon was back on Father's Day. We'll start with that. It is now
6 weeks
August.
ago.
Let's go back. And it has now went viral. Bits and pieces have gone viral with this sermon from T.D. Jakes, and the main part that went viral, and I'm hoping I won't lose everybody, but I'm going to see if I can. Am I still there? Am I still talking?
Yeah.
Okay, good. He is facing a lot of backlash for some of the things that he stated, but these things were taken out of context. Okay, I think that's the main thing. One of the things that was taken out of context, or one of the things that he was talking about, he said the megachurch pastor's message argued today's women aren't applauded for embracing their femininity, as society's culture now idolizes women being too independent. This breaks all the sociological order of the culture we are living in now, because we are raising up women to be men. And that is what, in quote, set off the freaking wildfire that is going on for a sermon that technically had nothing to do with women.
It wasn't for women.
It wasn't
Not
for
at
women.
all.
It was for the men to do what you're supposed to do. Step up to the plate. Pour into. That means get pour like that. Pour into your.
He even took a pitcher and poured into a glass.
To fill it up. You guys, so, okay. I know for a fact, I've known for a fact for a lot of years that men, or single, we'll say not, and we're not going to say all single women, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do that. What we're talking about here is some of our men don't have that father figure in the house. Let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. It is not there. And these women are doing the best they can in certain situations. And when I say father figure, I don't mean necessarily that you have to be with the sperm donor. There's also no other males or positive males or males that can actually teach this young man how to be someone that can pour in.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of that going on in our society, and it's not just the Black culture, it's all cultures right now. It seems that there just seems to be this big pass on responsibility and ownership when it comes to relationships and when it comes to children. There's this big pass, hey, I'm out. The dude's out.
I think
See
it's
ya.
I think it's a
Mama's
little
baby, daddy's maybe.
There you go.
and that's not a good thing.
No,
It's not.
That's not a good thing, because see, the part that we're not seeing is it's not just in life and in love and in rearing children. It's in life, because you got people who don't want to work. They want somebody else to do it for them. You got this entitlement generation. You got
Mm-hmm.
this participation trophy generation. Nobody owes you shit.
Mm-mm.
You don't always win.
That participation trophy. It's
You're not
supposed to
gonna.
be fun. Let all the kids win. What? This is a competition.
How? Yeah, so now you got you got a whole generation of kids who is trying to understand why they can't have what they want, because you didn't work for it, because you didn't go get it, because you didn't do what you needed to do. It's not supposed to be given to you.
That part.
And it's not everything is not for you. Everyone is not going to like you. It's not supposed to like you, and you're not supposed to like everything.
Definitely.
That's the it's I'm just
Brava.
I mean, I'm from the old school. Okay, everybody knows my age and all that good stuff, but I'm from the old school, and I remember when I was young and we were playing kickball. Some of y'all probably in the younger generation don't even know what the fuck kickball is, but we don't know what recess is. But recess is when we ran around and played and acted damn fool.
You know what?
Didn't know nothing about it. They don't know nothing about. These girls can't play no recess, and nails is out to here. They can't do no recess. Okay,
They do know what recess is though, because apparently 6th graders still get it.
Okay, they do.
Then they sit down somewhere because they're not participating. But anyway, they're definitely not playing kickball or dodgeball because that's been eliminated. But
no.
Let me just say, when we were back in the day, when we were trying to play sports or play kickball, if Johnny didn't get picked first, nobody wanted Johnny on the team because Johnny stunk. Okay, Johnny couldn't catch the ball. Johnny can't pitch the ball, and Johnny can't kick the ball. Don't nobody want Johnny on their team.
And maybe if somebody would say, "Hey, Johnny, the truth is that you're really not good at this, so maybe you want to try something else."
We were really brutally honest. The kids were brutally honest, and
you baby boomers.
Johnny,
you baby boomers are definitely brutally honest.
Johnny, you suck.
They're brutally honest, but the thing is that when you got
Johnny, you suck.
I'm about tired of people and their feelings, man. You hurt my feelings.
I'm one of them feelings people, so I get it. But
sometimes
my feelings really be hurt.
Okay, but do you not see that you are the person that's in control of your feelings?
Yes. And that's why I said I'm one of them feelings people. So sometimes my feelings really do be hurt. So I be having to check myself. But I'm just emotional anyway.
Yes.
But I'm just an emotional person. Which is probably why I don't let a lot of people see my feelings, because
you neither.
Yeah.
I know I'm emotional.
But the problem is we have too many of these Johnny Mamas. Yes, Johnny Mama went to school, complained, and now
my son's feelings are hurt. You need to make it right. You need to make it better.
Everybody's on the team. Johnny's on the team now, and Johnny can't catch the ball. Johnny can't kick the ball, and Johnny has learned nothing about working hard, because now Johnny is just on the team and he's done nothing to earn the right to be there.
In name only.
He's on the team. He gets in the rotation. And everybody says you still suck.
It's a game and the kids are supposed to be having fun. No, it's still a competition.
It's a competition. So now, because we want everyone to feel like they're included, everyone has to have a turn at bat. At least one.
So they change the rules to fit whoever they want it to fit. And this is going on with relationships.
Yep.
We change the rules to make it fit who we want it to fit. The
Yep.
same thing is happening in our relationships. And
Why?
you
Because it starts early.
exactly.
But you want to hear something? I just thought about this as you said what you were saying, Juicy. And I was having a conversation the other day about how it seems that narcissism is more prevalent in today's society. And I think that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Because everybody's entitled. And now all of a sudden we have these brewing narcissistic based relationships because everybody wants their way.
Yep.
And nobody is willing to sacrifice, compromise, or understand, well, maybe this just isn't for me.
And don't you think that that was part of in this sermon?
Yes, I definitely do.
It was in this sermon. And people are not realizing that because nobody wants to hear the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to hear the sugar-coated shit. And as my father would say, even though you sprinkle sugar on shit, it's still shit. It doesn't matter. So we have to understand that some of this stuff you have to own. You have to own yourself. You have to be responsible for yourself. Some of these men that are out here, that are, for lack of a better term, bashing women who are strong women who are, well, you're too masculine. Okay. What last time I checked, what does me being able to take care of me by myself when I don't have a partner, why does that make me masculine?
Okay, so the whole tea of what she just said, I feel like he should have been judgmental towards himself because his daughter had a baby at 13 and didn't pour himself into her. He's just now forgiving her. People are saying that he shouldn't have said this. Okay, that's the trigger for me. I will admit that because I went through getting pregnant and being in church and how you're treated in church and everything else. My mom was, praise and worship leader and all of that good stuff, very well known in the church. Da 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 da. All that stuff is a minister. That is a big issue in the church when it comes to things not happening the way they feel like it's supposed to happen, whether it be a child out of wedlock or whatever. It's just that whole thing. But at the same time, he's having an awakening. He's having an awakening himself in regards to, you know what, stuff is not making sense, and what I've said before may not necessarily be the greatest. And you know what, I'm tired of sugarcoating stuff, and that's not how this goes. Or I'm sorry that I said some stuff that wasn't great. Now I understand that she had her baby then, and you're saying that he's just now forgiving her. For one, I'm not about to comment on what's going on in that family because I'm not in that family and it's not me, and it's not for me to say what happened or anything like that. Did he come to grips with what happened? Have they healed on that? We don't know because we're not in their house. We're not in their family. So if you want to have something negative to say to him or about him, and that's where you want to go with it, you really need to look at yourself on that one.
I mean, our topic isn't so much even about he's a father. He's
human.
He's human. And he was probably hurt and disappointed that his 13-year-old daughter went out and had sex, and on top of it wound up getting pregnant, and on top of that, that's called rape. So there's a lot more in that whole situation than we are aware of or even know what happened. And once again, we're back to what happened with the abortion just here recently. Um, what happened with the abortion rights just went down the toilet. So future 13-year-olds can't have abortions for whatever reason. So this is all basically what we're talking about, honestly, is men that are in relationships, not fathers and daughters. And what he was talking about, and I'm sure what he did, and we've talked about this before. We talked about this last week. What I did when I was 20, I didn't do when I was 40.
Mm-hmm.
That part.
Okay. What I did at 30, I don't do at 50. Okay. The mistakes I made back then, hopefully I've learned and grown from those.
We are all works in progress. We are constantly elevating and learning. You're constantly having revelations and constantly having epiphanies, like, oh my goodness, like the idea of something as simple as the idea of if a boy is hitting you, that means he likes you.
Boy.
That's not necessarily something that we should have been teaching our girls.
Exactly.
Because you just made abuse
Okay.
You
but even
it's a thing of you didn't know, and now you know, and you start when you think about it now. Because honestly, up until like 2 weeks ago, when I actually heard that, I was like, oh wow, I didn't think about it like that.
Mm-hmm. But even to what Juicy was saying about what I did at 20, I don't do at 40. Even if that is the situation with him and his daughter, he has evolved, because his daughter, the one that she's referring to, is a minister in his church. She's a big author. She just did a conference here in Indy and sold out.
Are we talking about Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in that case, then I was right. It sounds like you're looking for something to be upset about.
Because we don't even know
his other daughter can't have children. Sarah's the one that had the baby.
If we're honest about any of that, none of that shit is our business.
Exactly. But if you're going to take it from that perspective, even with this sermon, it's showing that he's grown, and he's even preaching to himself, because he even said that. He said, this isn't just about men in general. This is about me too.
Mm-hmm. Once again, you gotta go listen to the whole sermon. Stop getting bits and pieces. And
it's the one that was titled "Women." We are raising women to be men.
No.
That's the caption of no. That's the caption that people. He said there's a lot of videos. That's the caption that the one that they're going crazy about has. The name of the sermon actually is "Real Men Pour In," but the caption that they give on social media, it says that he says women. We're raising women to be men. And they completely took it out of context. It was his Father's Day sermon.
The Father's Day sermon, and it's called Real Men Pour. I'm typing it for him.
I typed it in.
Okay. And I think what's really, really key is that all of us change. We're forever evolving and changing. Change is the only constant. And I think the main points that I want to get back on what he was talking about. The main points that he was saying is real men pour in, and you men that are out here perpetrating don't know how to love, don't know how to accept love, don't know how to give love. He talks about that at the very beginning. He's talking about love, and he's talking about how Jesus loves like his Father loved. And if you're not in the household to raise your children, gentlemen, how are they going to learn to love? How are they going to learn to respect? You're not there. You're not there. And if you don't believe me, look at our streets. Look at our young black kings out here doing whatever the hell they feel like they're grown enough to do. Hell, I'm going to start with the sagging pants where they're turning their hips outwards. Okay, come on. Look.
Now,
we're
we
not
don't know. We're not
we're
going
not
to do the whole. We're not going to no. We're not going to do the whole fathers are not there, because there are the fathers that are there.
I didn't say all fathers.
No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that you're saying all fathers, but I am clarifying that we're not saying
right
all fathers.
She's just making a clarifying statement.
We're talking about the and they know who they are. They're
Absolutely.
not. They're not there. They're not present.
If the squared, if it does not apply, let it lie.
Don't worry about it. But you have to. He was talking about pouring in love, and I think some men, not all men and women, have a problem with love. I think we have more of a problem with love. Loving other people, loving who we are as a person, because there's so much ridicule out there about every little thing. Although I love the internet for information, I feel that just like with this whole subject matter and what we've been talking about earlier today, you can totally ruin somebody's whole career by putting up a false story. Case in point, Cardi B, and kudos to her.
Kudos to her. Yes.
And winning. Kudos to the court system for that. You can ruin somebody's whole entire life with a fake ass story. Or in this case, take bits and pieces and put it out here for everyone to pass judgment on.
Yep.
Yeah, but we learned but it was learned from the church, because that's exactly what the church does. I've never heard a sermon that was only one verse, or from that one part. They flip from here, they flip from there, they flip from here, they flip from there, and they give you a verse that has something that went before it and after it. But
and they don't give you the context,
because they needed to fit the narrative that fits for them.
Now, we'll say this though a lot. Go ahead, finish real quick, because I think you're gonna say what I was about to say.
All the women who watched just the clip and took it as an attack against you, do your due diligence and go and watch the whole thing.
It's an hour long, so get your popcorn and pay attention.
And it's very interesting.
Take notes.
As someone who, and I don't.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't go to church, and I learned from it, and I took a message from it.
And that's really, I feel, like I said at the beginning of this, I like TD Jakes, because to me, as a pastor, he keeps it 100. You don't have to, if you stick and you listen long enough, and I think some people, we have forgotten how to listen. Number one, not just with our ears, but listen with your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you sometimes, some of you listen with just your heart, not your ears. Others of you listen with just your ears, not your heart.
And some of y'all just listen with your ears and not your daggone brain.
That too. No common sense. Oh my God. So it takes it. Once again, we're getting back to my favorite the 3 C's: clear, concise communication.
But coming soon.
You have to understand, and we are and I'm going to take this to a different place right now really quick. And why I'm doing this is because I think it's important for us melanated folk. He is a melanated preacher. Divide and conquer, folks. Divide and conquer. He's one of the most powerful ministers on the planet. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. They want you to be against him. And I wanted to do this show because and the ladies will tell you, I did not tell them which direction we were going to go with this. I just told them, go out and watch the video.
And we seem to all fall right in line, like with it. And it was
okay.
Because we was all like, well, I literally what went through my head was, yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna say what they want me to say or what they think I'm gonna say.
That's how I felt. I was like, am I gonna be against my sisters today?
Right. I was ready to go hard. Like, you know what? I can't say that this man was all wrong. I cannot.
Mm-mm. And he's not. If you're honest, and believe me, nobody's picture perfect. Okay.
Exactly.
Like they say, you know, he without sin throw that first stone. Ain't none of y'all about to pick up no stones. Not one. Not near one. Don't do it. Because I don't need that bolt of lightning coming through my computer. No, anyway. So it is about listening and understanding and not getting yourselves so worked up over something that, first of all, this whole sermon wasn't for you. It wasn't to do with you. It wasn't for us. It was not for us. He wants the men out there that do not pour into their relationships or do not pour into women, do not pour into their partner, do not pour into their community, do not pour into love.
And that key word there, men.
Real men pour in. In other words, they're present. They're there and they understand what their woman needs. And my father always told me, and I to this day I still believe it, and I do believe it's something that we are, especially women of color. My father always told me that the strongest weapon that a black man can have is a black woman by his side, not one in front of him to pull him along, and not one behind him to be dragged along, but by his side.
I feel like we need some organ music right now because you over here preaching.
To be by his side to support him. They should be there to support him, and he should support her.
Yep.
We in it together, baby. We in it together.
And that's what relationships are about. I mean, it's not going to, look, it ain't going to be no relationship. I don't care, mother, daughter, y'all know my story with my situation with my daughter right now. I still love my child. I always will. That's my child. But her and I are at odds. Okay, fine. She got to go do her thing. I'm right here. I'm going to do mine. I'm too damn old. So, but it doesn't mean I don't love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I might not like her a whole lot all the time, but I love her always. Till my dying breath. That's my heart. That's my heartbeat. But it doesn't mean we don't love our children. Sometimes some of us not, and I'm not disappointed in anything that my daughter did ever. And I'm sure that a lot of parents, but we want the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to be successful as children and as adults. And we want you to maybe have it a little easier than we had. We're trying to do those kinds of things for you.
And human has us do a lot of things that I don't think that we really think about. Like we have our own life experiences. We have our children, and our children are having their life experiences. And sometimes we tend to interject our own life experiences onto our children. It is
Yes.
not intentional. It is really honestly a defense mechanism. It is not always it is not a great thing either. And that part takes healing for us to know, you know what, I can't, just because that happened to me doesn't mean it's going to happen to them. And therefore we have to step back, which I'm learning now that I have to step back and just be here when they need me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't intrude. I can't go and save the day and be their everything. No, I now have turned into a consultant.
And yes, people have to fall. People have to bump their heads. We all did. We all. Some of. I mean, hey,
Man,
I'm still bumping mine. Okay, we still have. We have to bump our heads. That's part. That's part of life. Life is a character builder, and you have to build your character. And I don't believe that what was stated by Reverend Jakes was to um, demoralize women in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
it wasn't even
Um,
about us. It wasn't for
it
us.
had what the message really wasn't. It was a Father's Day sermon, and it was in the title. Real men pour in is actually the title of the sermon.
Now, I will say this: as much as this sermon wasn't for us, I got a lot of good messages out of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Cause,
absolutely.
yeah.
cause I'm one of those women that had, when I first watched the original clip, the reason why, and I've learned to do this in my life by going investigating and getting context. Cause the clip that was being used, yes, it triggered me because I'm one of those headstrong. Why can't that? I'm her all day. But I'm glad I got to listen to the whole entire sermon, especially as someone who doesn't go to church and was able to get a lot of messages out of it. And it helped me in ways today that I didn't even realize things that I was mentally doing as a woman. So one of the things he used when he used the picture to show how you're supposed to pour into the glass, as the woman is the glass and the man is the pitcher. He said, you can be as fine as this picture. And the picture was empty. Meaning, like, I know me. I tend to date guys off their resume, how they look on paper, but they empty.
Mm,
They fine as
mm,
all get out on paper. Got the perfect
mm.
job, dresses nice, takes care of his kids financially. Great job. But he is completely empty on the inside and has absolutely nothing to pour into me. And then I'm wondering why I end up being the dominant one in the situation. Because he has absolutely nothing to pour into me. He's not the one that is supposed to be pouring into me. He's empty compared. You get what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
those
Everybody
analogies
ain't
that he
for
threw,
you. Everybody's
everybody
not.
ain't for you, and they can be fine as wine, but
Oh
that
my
don't mean that
God.
they are meant to give you what you need. They're not going to give you what is needed to sustain you.
And
Every relationship is
on,
not meant.
on top of that, a lot of them have no idea
What that is?
What it's
what that
supposed to look
is.
like, or a gauge to
No,
know
they have
They've been
what way
trained
do I
to look
go?
good, but don't
they
know
have
what
a
it is to be
surface.
good.
They
Yes,
have
it's
Oh
also
yes, say
a
that
surface.
again.
they know
Say that
they've been
again.
trained to look good.
Mm-hmm.
They've been trained to look good on paper and look good to the eyes, but they do not have the substance it takes to be good.
Because the
They good
thing
on
is like if you're
surface.
being good, you're being good to you.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you can be good to her, him, or
Mm-hmm.
whomever.
Exactly.
And I want to tie that in because I know this is this is the mentality that Kevin Samuel was kind of preaching when you think about it. All that surface stuff 6 figures.
Got a high value man, a high value
High
woman.
value.
High value ain't never been financial, in my
It sure
opinion.
hasn't. 6 figures don't mean shit.
Not at all.
Nowadays, 6 figure, you poor. You ain't no different. You ain't no. I'm just saying, 100. You make 6 figures is $100,000.
That ain't nothing.
That ain't no money. $500,000 nowadays, in this economy, $500,000 ain't no money. Some of you better go to economic school, or some of you better do some math and figure out how much stuff costs and how quickly that $500,000, because you got to add in tax. And if he's a single male, they're taking out at least 27%.
And see, this is the part that I think I equated it to. Remember back in the day, and I don't know, maybe I'm gonna tell my age. So like when we started driving in the 90s, well, like I'll say late 90s, we started driving. $5 could get you a lot of gas.
It sure could. Shoot, 2001 when I went to college, $5 could get you a lot of gas.
I'm just saying. So go with me. So like, you be sitting there like, all right, so I know my dude or my girl got a car or whatever. Can you take me here? I'll give you some gas money.
Right.
People be like, yeah, let's go. Okay. That was that was what I was say we'll go with 20 years old. $5 was, yeah, I could do a lot with that shit. Yeah, give me $5. I can't even get a gallon of gas with $5. $5 at least get me doggone near a half a tank sometimes back then. Or at least it's gonna get me past that quarter mark. But I can't even get a whole gallon of gas for $5.
I'm gonna take you even further back. What happened to penny candy?
50 cents.
You ain't got 50-cent candy no more.
I was gonna say, because I just bought a bag of penny candy the other day, and it was $1.15.
Yeah, so you remember them little bags of chips that was 25 cents each?
They 75 cents now.
I remember getting the big fat pickles. We used to get the kosher pickles.
Woo! Peppermint sticks.
Those were a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Those were
them is $1.50 right now. Them $1.50.
They was a quarter, and I mean, and they were bigger than they are now.
Like yeah, it's nuts that something that, like, we were talking about tacos. I love taco. You used to be able to get a taco for $1.50.
Hell, you used to get a taco for 50 cents.
Why them bitches like $4 each?
Yeah. And they got less stuff.
That part.
So high value, you really have to sit down and figure out what
that really
high
means.
Value, what that really means.
Okay, the question is, what do you value?
Exactly. Because if you're valuing somebody else's income, you might want to just rethink that whole
You can have all the money in the world, but if you cannot treat me right, you can't respect me, you can't secure me,
you can't pour in,
then sorry, you can have all the money in the world, but being piss poor morally, ethically, and mentally and emotionally, just I can't.
I agree. But I am guilty of doing that. I will admit. And that's why that sermon hit home for me today, because I've been guilty of that here lately. I haven't always been guilty of that, and I still wasn't getting guys that was pouring into me, but that's neither here nor there.
It makes you see what it is, so at least now you know, oh wait, I'm doing myself a disservice and I'm wasting my own time. It's not him wasting your time.
Yep.
It's actually you wasting your own time, because you're the one that's in it trying to get something out of it that's
not there.
It's not.
He can't give
right. And the thing is that I'm sure there were flags that showed you that you wasn't able to get it from him, but you thought maybe I might be able to change him and I can get it out. I'm gonna squeeze blood
I'm
from
gonna
eternity.
squeeze him for all I got. I'm gonna put all
And
my
there was
energy into
nothing
this.
there. He
Nothing.
was a desert.
It was
He's a
it
desert.
was an empty container.
He was a
Yep.
desert.
It was an empty container. Well, ladies, I think this was a great conversation tonight. I hope people will watch this and understand. Please go watch the full sermon.
Yes.
Do not just take snippets, because that is not that wasn't what the sermon was about.
I'm
And
about to
it
go share
really
it on my page too.
it's
The
it's really
Do
sermon.
this,
yeah.
and not just with this sermon, with everything, all the information
Yeah.
that you receive, all the videos that you watch. Understand that you may not know the context, so do your due diligence so that
Yep.
you can be speaking on something that you know, not
And
on something that
remember, always get people that have knowledge and experience. Stop running to people with opinions, because we all got that.
Yep.
asshole.
Opinions are like assholes. We all got one.
We all got one. So it's very important that you guys, once again, if I mean, I love TD Jakes. I feel that he is, like any other human being, a work in progress, and I feel that he does give out really sound ministerial advice, and I feel that he makes you think. And that's one of the things that I really, really like about him. He's not trying to make you come to God. He's not doing that. He's making you think. Stop for a moment, listen, get out your feelings. Don't think that it's all about you. And listen, not just with your ears, with your heart. Shut your mouth and just listen. You're going to do so much better. And don't allow them to divide us. Just don't do that. Just
Because that's it. That's all it's trying to do. And
Yeah.
and they've become very successful with the event of social media with getting us to divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
We
Propaganda.
tend to go, we as a people tend to go at each other, especially men versus women. Instead of walking alongside each other and helping each other, we tend to go at each other's throats a lot. I watch it. I watch, there's tons of podcasts where men and women are going at each other, especially with this whole what do you bring to the table? What's a good man? What's a good woman conversation? Because I'd be so sick of that. But we go at each other's throats a lot, and black men and black women, we're doing a disservice to ourselves as a community by doing that.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
think that what we can do is exactly what we're doing right now, is having the conversation, recognizing things, learning things, growing, healing. And then we go into this world and we show and we lead by example. We love on our kings, and then we let our kings love on us. We have to know how to receive love the same way they do. We have to learn how to give love the same way they do. We don't do the same. We're not the same. We're not supposed to be the same. That's why there's balance.
Yep.
Yep. And a lot of it is about just, number one, clear, concise communication, talking,
But coming
sharing,
soon.
sitting down and just really having these adult conversations, and really stop listening to the gossip. Stop listening to what sells, or what makes clickbait, or what sells magazines or movies or book deals. It has to be authentic, and we are not being our authentic selves when we are quick to pass judgment on a piece of a conversation, instead of and we have the tool to look at the whole conversation. I think that's the part, because I know this was on I can't think of the name. I follow them a lot, the Black Fox show. It has with Vivica
Soul.
Fox. Yeah, Fox Soul. It has Vivica Fox. It has
Lisa Ray, Selena
Lisa Ray.
Johnson, and Claudia
Mhm.
Jordan.
I was very disappointed in them, because they did tackle this topic, and they had absolutely no knowledge on what actually was said.
Well,
Nobody did
actually, they did come back and redo it, because I actually did see one
that.
right before the show, and they
Okay.
actually realized that it's with this, because Selena Johnson, she even said, she said, I need to understand the context, because the thing is that he's talking in regards to, why if you have to have that know what that balance is. If you're talking in regards to what women are not doing, why are they not doing it? And then you talk about what men are not doing, well, why are they not doing it? It's a cycle. All of it goes hand in hand. You can't get away from it. So when she was saying, her thought process is that I need to understand what he's talking about, as well as you have to put everything in there. You can't just do one and not do the other.
Right. And I didn't see the second one. Then I need to. I do like them. I was just a little disappointed in that, and I was like, let me go check this out. And that's why I was like, that doesn't, to me, that doesn't sound like. To me, after listening to a lot of his sermons and like Jasmine getting things out of his sermons, I really just didn't feel that was exactly what he meant to say or how he was saying things. So I went and I watched the sermon, and I felt like, okay, we're taking this out of context, and we're chastising and criticizing. And go watch the sermon, go watch the whole sermon, and then you'll find out. Jasmine, I don't know what you're doing, but you dinging away, girl.
Right.
I'm not doing anything. It's my Facebook, and
You have to put a beat.
You have to mute your.
It's my Facebook. It's my group text. They won't shut up.
Oh. Are they watching at least?
Yeah, they watching, but they talking about other stuff. They just won't shut up.
Okay.
So the key, like we said, ladies and gentlemen, is please look, get the whole story. The one nice thing about the internet is usually the whole story is out there somewhere, some shape, some form or fashion.
But some people don't want to find it, so they can be ignorant.
Right. So they can just make a comment and not have any knowledge or any experience. So I'm happy we had this conversation tonight, ladies. I appreciate you all so much. I knew we would agree. So I wasn't worried. Once I told y'all,
you think you know us.
Go to yes. I mean, honestly, the only person I was really, really worried about would be Danny. But no, I'm just kidding.
I get it, because I don't always. I don't go with the grain. I don't normally go with the grain.
And that's what makes this sisterhood so wonderful, because we respect each other, we respect each other's opinions, and we can agree to disagree, and there's nothing wrong with that. And as my beautiful co-host says, if it's not your zhush, it just is not your zhush.
It's not. It's just not.
your zhush. So
it ain't everybody, in the words of Jay-Z.
Yeah, it is not. It is not. So we hope you enjoyed this conversation tonight. Once again, if you get the chance, I'm promoting TD Jakes tonight. Go out and listen to the full sermon. Real Men Pour In. That is the name of the sermon. It was his Father's Day sermon 2022. And listen to the whole thing. It's about an hour long. And it's really some insightful and good information for you to have. Please understand, none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have a life to live, and we're all a work in progress. So I know I am. So Jasmine, let everybody know how they can reach you. Let everyone know how they can reach you.
Oh, you can reach me on Facebook at Jasmine Purple Rain, on Instagram at Purple Rain's Play Palace 83, and on YouTube at Purple Rain.
Okay, all right. And Miss Danny's Windows, how can everybody reach you?
You can reach me on all platforms at Danny's Window, DANIZ WINDOW, or Danny's Window View.
All right. And for me, everyone knows me as Ms. Juicy. That's MZ JEWCEE. I am Miss Juicy1 on Instagram and Twitter, and I am Dara Ms. Juicy Smith on Facebook. Also, once again, want to thank our wonderful, fantastic sponsors, Juicy Boutique for your adult toy, novelty, and lingerie needs, RA Media LLC for your advertising needs, Kingdom's Inspirations for your form needs, business forms, and Pleasure Lies Within for your kinky furniture needs. Okay. We all need that. Y'all need, come on now. Come on now. So join us next Monday night for another marvelous Monday right here on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat, where we're going to be talking to, oh, wait a minute. Let me get her name right. I don't want to mess it up because I know me. We are going to be talking to Desi J. Desi J, who is a doula, will be joining us live next Monday night. I'm excited because I think this is really, really important to talk about childbirthing, making sure that if we're not going into hospitals and how you can prepare and what a doula does. And
I'm excited to learn.
I'm excited. Yes. So Desi J will be joining us. That's DEZZIE. She is on Facebook, so you guys can look her up just in case you need a doula between now and next week.
About that, I actually had a doula with my first child, so I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I went to the hospital both times, so I don't know nothing. This is a whole new experience for me.
They go to the hospital too, just so you know. So yeah,
I'm gonna take lots of notes. Take lots of notes. I'm gonna be ready next week. Get some rest and be ready for that one. So should be absolutely wonderful, guys. So love you, ladies. Thank you so much for jumping in on this topic. Once again, everybody, join us next Monday night right here on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat, where our topic will be about doulas. Yes, you want to learn. It's something that you want to do. Okay, so remember to enlighten, enjoy eroticism. And remember, our times are 6 p.m. out on the West Coast, 8 p.m. Central Standard, 9 p.m. for our folks on the East Coast, and right now for our folks and family in Barbados. Once again, have a great night. We love you guys. Take care. Bye. Have a great week.